is current officially on record. And so I welcome us once again. Like I stated, I keep repeating myself over and over whenever we come on board to discuss and also get updates concerning the migration process. And this shows that if we were allowed to do this migration individually without any assistance of this nature, many of you will not be able to migrate. Why? Because there are in other exchanges, you don't have anybody to tutor and take you through the entire process the way we take our time to carry everyone along. Uh, Previously, as at last week, we were able to get the complete required number of persons. Right now, we are going through the entire verification, and also the admin is doing a review on all payments at the moment. And so we have a lot of on pending payments that are yet to reflect. We have a lot of people. We have cases where people are using one different payment evidence to send multiple migration details, and those people already have received emails from the admin. And so, do me a favor by going back to your email to see if there is any query on your email concerning your migration process, because we have a lot of people who don't check their emails. And so the only way the admin can communicate with you, or you can receive a communication directly from the exchange, is via your email. And so always go through your email to checkmate the status, and also if there is any query, so that you can respond to that query in order for your migration process to be completed. And so we also have a case from Liberia, from Maryland to be precise. We have users who have submitted their names, or who send in payment without submitting the names. Yes. And so I think we also have the same issue from Ground Bassa County in Liberia, wherein payment was sent to one of the executives, but up till now, we are yet to receive your migration details. I can see Reverend Achike George is already in the meeting. And so we are going to be addressing these issues today, because we have a lot of people asking or sending messages on our platform. When is this bulk migration going to take place? When is this going to happen? And so we have a lot of cases that we are doing a thorough follow up in order to be able to get the bulk migration done. And so a lot of people are giving us double work. And so, those of us who are just sitting and also waiting, you may not understand the kind of stress that we are going through in terms of doing all of these validations, and also having to follow up with individuals concerning their migration process. And so, it is a task that it is not an easy one. And also we have a lot of people who are not used to the digital system, especially those who cannot write or reply emails. And so if any query is sent to you, you are expected to reply the admin with immediate effect. At least within 24 hours, you should be able to reply any query that has been sent to you regarding the migration process. That way, we can be able to fast forward, and also fast track the entire process. And so, like I stated, today we are not going to keep us for too long. Uh, as usual, because we are going straight to the business of the day, and also I'm also using this medium to call on all our users. if you have made any payment to any IWC executive in your country, ensure that you submit your migration details are submitted. And so we are now waiting for the migrants to submit their details so that the migration can take place. And so I will begin I would like to get an update from Ground Bassa County. I will begin from Liberia and then coming down to other regions, part of West Africa, and also we will wrap it up. Tonight, I would like to begin with Ground Bassa County Coordinator because he is already in the house. And so, Reverend Achi K. George, if you can hear me, I would like you to unmute your mic and come in briefly with your update. What is happening in your region? Why haven't you submit the list or the names of the payment for migration that you people did to one of the executives in Liberia? Kindly unmute your mic very quickly and come in because tonight's meeting is going to be very brief as I am very busy trying to be able to attend to so many technicalities here concerning this migration process. Reverend Achike George, if you can hear me, kindly unmute your mic. You are still in the house, but it looks like your mic is still muted.
Still muted.
All right, you are on.
All right, you
Yes.
are on. Yes.
Reverend Achi, you are live in the meeting. Good evening. It seems as if you're having some network issues in your region. You can use the audio
Thank you very
mode.
much.
Yes.
Good
Okay,
afternoon,
come
good
in.
evening, good morning to everyone of you people in there was there. This is a progressive movement within RWC. Sunday we hosting mass meeting.
That's very poor from your end, Reverend Achike George. I would suggest if you can switch to the audio mode. I can see you are on a video mode. Perhaps your connectivity is a
Immigration.
bit poor.
Perhaps your connectivity
Okay,
is a
you
bit
can come
poor.
in now. I can hear
Yes,
you. Your audio is
and this
coming
Okay, you
now.
can come in now. I can hear you. Your audio is coming now. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Can you hear Yes, me? Loud and clear. Okay, okay. RWC, can you hear me?
Yes, you can proceed, sir. We can hear you loud and clear. Oh, that's very poor on your end, Reverend Achike George from Ground Bassa County. I suggest you should move around so that we can have a strong network
Are you there?
connectivity. Yes, you can go ahead, sir.
Are you there? Hello.
Yes, you can
The
proceed, sir. We
network
can
is
hear
very
you.
bad. The network is very bad. I should move around.
All right. That's too bad. The network connectivity on your end is it's a bit very
I mean, Achike George, and I join you from Grand Basso County as county coordinator for RWC. Network is bad.
yes, proceed.
Yes, proceed. Okay, as I said, we will be hosting mass meeting.
Okay, kindly give us your update on the comment section, Reverend Achike George. It looks like you are having some serious network connectivity challenge.
Sunday, by the grace of God. But however, when the payment is done, I hope that challenge. Eh? I hope when the payment is done, then we will get to understand.
All right. It looks like you are having a serious network challenge. Reverend Achike George, if you can hear me, kindly drop us an update on the comment section from Ground Bassa County in Liberia.
Are you
So
there?
that, yes,
Yeah, I'm not getting anything from this meeting.
yes, we can
The
hear you,
network
but
is
you are
very
coming
bad.
in and out. Kindly move around because your network is not stable. Don't sit in one place. You can move around so that we can hear your audio very audibly.
Hello?
R- Yes.
Yeah, no way. The network is very bad.
Okay, kindly drop us your update on the comment section. Just write on
Agana.
the comment section. I'll read your update. All right? Give us your update on the comment section. Yes.
Well,
Thank you so much. I think he was trying to let us know that they will be having a mass meeting this coming Sunday. But we have stated, we reiterated this several times. And so these are some of the reasons why this migration process is being delayed. We have a lot of people complaining, why is the migration not taking place? What is going on? What is prolonging the entire process? And so, first of all, you cannot be migrated without submitting your migration details. And so here we have people who have made payments of their migration since December of 2022, but are still yet to submit their migration details to the admin. And so, how do you expect the migration to take place? And so, the issue of this migration is not only just paying for the gas fee, but you are also expected to submit your details directly as it was illustrated on the video that was demonstrated. And so we are still repeating one thing over and over and over and over again. And so these are some of the reasons why we are moving very, very slowly in Africa. And so, in not too long from now, the Asian market will open, and so we, the African market, will still be dragging around because of the same attitude. And so I am using this opportunity to call upon all our leaders from Liberia, especially from Ground Bassa County, Maryland County, and also from Bond County. I can see we have some. I saw the assistant coordinator from Bond County, Mr. Dixon. Yes, Mr. Dixon, very quickly, you can unmute your mic and come in. Let me recognize you today before the network takes you out. Dixon Kemu from Bon County, Liberia. You can unmute your mic and come in very quickly. Greet the house and give us an update from your end. Yes, Mr. Dixon, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yes, you can come in.
Can you hear
We
me?
can hear you now.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now, Mr. Dixon. You can
Hello.
proceed.
The network is too bad. Even you are coming
Oh,
in broken, the network is too bad. So we have issues in Bon County. The migration fee.
okay, that was too bad. Uh, the network connectivity from Liberia is it's very bad. But all the same, uh, if the network connectivity is a bit stronger, you can still indicate on the comment section and I will give you an opportunity to speak. Yes, I'm seeing someone again from Liberia putting up his hands. Mr. Coley, you are raising up your hand. Yes, you can unmute your mic very quickly.
Yeah, good evening to all, and
Yes,
I'm
good
happy to
evening,
be
sir.
part of the meeting this
Yes.
evening. I want to give my appreciation to the staff for the hard work.
Yes.
Except that it's just a little. It's the same thing I said in last time. I just want to kind of reiterate
Okay.
so that we all move faster. If we observe in this chat room, every time you call for meeting, we are hovering just around 20-30% maximum. The same people every now and then. I raised the issue the last time as a form of suggestion, and I'm going to encourage you to do that again. You see, let us look at a case in point with Liberia, for example. I believe that you have the listing of each of these people who have invested in IWC. Mr. Incredible, you are doing a tremendous job, but I think you are actually straining because either the leaders, which is the coordinators, are not in touch with you, probably because the network connection, uh, low knowledge on the internet activity that is based on geographic location, and or little knowledge on the trending event in the technology. So what do we do? I said it last time. You have to get down to these coordinators in the various regions on the ground. Like when you were here in Liberia, you were moving from county to county, one on one, getting the local cell phone numbers, calling these people, and bringing them to 2-3 persons from the various villages. That is the coordinator now, and teaching them how to get this thing done. On and I believe the same can be done in Sierra Leone, in Guinea, in Nigeria. Until this is done, trust me, there are people who are happy for this process, but the truth is they don't know how to go about it, and they will not tell you because they are faced with so many issues. Number one, probably some of them the phones they are using, they cannot even process the network connection because the locations they are in cannot go. Then here comes the ignorance of the technology. Sorry for the expression. Here comes the wide gap in the technological gap in the usage of the cell phone. Then you are talking about cryptocurrency connection. You are talking about Zoom meeting. So there are a whole lot of issues that you are grappling with. So I want to make this suggestion to you again. For example, I said it last time. You could have a coordinator group chat. Each of these coordinators from the various counties give the roster to them, those investors roster, with their local cell phone numbers. Call the local numbers one-on-one. Hello, John Flomo. Are you aware that there is a migration process going on? Peter Paul, are you aware that there is a migration process going on? What have you done? If you are not aware, what are you doing? In that way, if the person says, I am not aware or I'm aware, okay, what you do, meet me in Banga, meet me in Ganta, or meet me in certain this state in Nigeria or in this province in Sierra Leone. Let us come, then we will teach you how to go about it. Because some of these people they don't even have a mobile phone. That's what we are. And we are just stuck. So every time we come to meeting, we are only 20-30%, and you keep working as an individual. And if you don't take care, you break yourself down. It's just a suggestion, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for that suggestion. I think we utilized your advice the last time, and the director for administration had to go down southeastern in order to be able to get the coordinators and also even other users giving them guidance and proper tutorials on how the migration process uh, should go. I think we have visited about 5 to 6 or 7 counties already, though we still have a lot of places to cover in Liberia, and we are trying to do our best to see how the leadership could also engage. Like this coming Sunday, we will be having there is a mass, there is a meeting that will be going on in Grand Bassa County. According to the coordinator, they have already sent out notifications to all of the districts, and then all IWC users will be gathering on Sunday for a general meeting, and also those who are supposed to make payment for their gas fee are also coming with it. But the issue here is we are already having people who are responding with the payment of the gas fee. But the issue of the migration process is what where we are lacking behind. I think the director for administration has been in Bong County about twice or three times for the same tutorials. But up till now, I am still surprised that the leadership from that end are still complaining that they cannot be able to migrate people, or rather, they do not understand the process. And so the migration process is very easy. There are people who have seen that video tutorial just once, and they migrated individually, and also they did that migration effortlessly on their own. But nonetheless, we will continue to provide more of that tutorial one on one and physically. And so I strongly believe that the director for administration will be joining us perhaps before the end of this meeting, so that we can be able to put measures together. And please, Mr. Coley, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. It looks like I actually lost your contact. I would like to have an interaction with you, so that we can actually channel our ideas in a different direction to be able to fast track this migration process. And so, do me a favor by sending a message to me. I misplaced your contact. I want to have an interaction with you and the director of administration, and also other coordinators from other regions. Uh,
Okay,
Thank you
no
so much.
problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for that wonderful suggestions. Yes, why we are always little in number here, but even though this meeting is very necessary, even if it's 5 or 10%, at least here we can pass an update and also other information that people can even visit our YouTube channel. So many people sent me a message that why they don't actually join most of our meetings is because sometimes they let her go on our YouTube channel to watch all the updates. But it's also very necessary for you to join the meetings, so that you can get the information and also have the opportunity to give your inputs and also contribute and ask questions. And so that is that from Liberia. None of the coordinators are in tonight from Sierra Leone. Pastor Frank also has been communicating via WhatsApp, but it looks like they don't know how to join this Google meeting. And so these are some of the challenges we are facing. Uh, the migration process is not being delayed deliberately, but the reason is because we are having a lot of people who, some of them are making payments but are not submitting the migration details. And we also have cases here in Nigeria where the migration payment was sent, but due to the banking system issues, there are a lot of people that their transactions are not yet reflected on the payment that were made. And also, we have cases where people are fraudulently using one single payment evidence to submit migration details for multiple migration details. And so I think those people involved may have received a query message from the admin. Yes. And so if you receive any email query, try and resolve that so that your details can be queued up for the bulk migration. And then we also have humanitarians who have sponsored people but these people are yet to create their exchange wallet details. We had a case where people are sending me migrants on a Microsoft document. I think I reiterated that in our last meeting. And so you are not to type the names of the people who are sponsored and send it to me on a Microsoft document. I want you to follow the video tutorials and submit the details of those people to the admin, not to send it to me in a Microsoft document. And so these are some of the things that are really causing delays. And so we have over 15 to 20 persons, for instance, from Yola, wherein someone sponsored their migration. They are still here to create their accounts on the exchange, not to even talk of sending the details to the admin. And so these are some of the issues that we're experiencing. And so we will have a lot of people thinking that why is this process taking too long? And so this is to tell you that if we were to allow people to do this migration on their own without any help, by now we wouldn't have gotten even 1,000 users in Nigeria or in Liberia or in Africa entirely. Why? Because we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. And it pains me a lot if I see some of these mistakes coming from leaders, coming from coordinators, coming from people who are supposed to tutor others. And so it is a matter of concern, and also it has been causing a series of delay in this process. This bulk migration should have been done second week of February, but due to all of these errors and also all of these issues, I am sitting down behind the laptop 24 hours trying to attend to other people and also trying to resolve some queries, especially for our people here in Africa. And so I am using this opportunity to appeal to all our leaders, whether those who are present in this meeting or those who are going to watch this audio on our YouTube channel. We have people from different regions who have paid for their migration fees. They've paid. We have the payment evidence, but their details are not submitted for migration. And so let us try as much as possible to submit those details. And those of us who are having some gas fee transaction errors, respond to the query emails sent to you from the admin so that this process will be done as soon as possible. And so these are some of the challenges that we are facing. And I also like to use this opportunity to call on all our leaders, especially some of our leaders from Liberia. In one region in Liberia, we have over 35 to 40,000 users. And so that region is the Central Liberian region, which is the Bong County region. We have over 45 to 50,000 users in that region. And so not 100 migrations yet coming from that region. Most of the migrations coming from Liberia are actually coming from the southeastern part of Liberia. Most of the migrations coming from that end are coming from Sino and Maryland. We have those other, okay, and also Grand Bassa County. A few people from Monrovia also did their migrations. But we have, out of 100%, we have about 92% that have no any clue about this process right now. And so we have a lot of work to do. Even over here in Nigeria, with the current situation of the Naira swap and what have you, we have a lot of payment hanging. There are so many people who sent in their gas fee payments, but the transactions are not yet delivered, and also they cannot be traced up till now, and they have to go back to their banks. And here in Nigeria, we have a situation whereby if you have a dispense error transaction from the banks, you will have to wait for another 14 or 15 days for it to be rectified. And also, based on the current Naira swap that is actually going on, there is a redesign, currency redesign in Nigeria. So these are some of the factors that has also crippled the issue of fast tracking this particular migration process. But as it is right now, we have gotten the first 3,000 users from Africa. And out of these 3,000, we have over 27 cases that are still not yet resolved. And also, we have close to 30 to 50 persons who their payments were received, but their details are not where to be found by, uh, via the admin. And so, these are some of the things, these complaints are giving me a lot of concerns. And so let us try as much as possible. I'm using this opportunity to call on all our users who are having some query emails from the admin. So always check your email to see if there is any query, or if there is any request, or if there is any problem in your migration. You will receive a mail directly. You wouldn't have to wait until we come on this forum. And so let us reply to those queries so that we can have this particular process done very swiftly and also as soon as possible. This is taking too long. And so you will have people on WhatsApp asking, why is the bulk migration yet not yet done? What is delaying? What is happening? What is going on? And so these are some of the challenges that we are faced with in this entire bulk migration process. And so let us all work together. And so I would like to know if there is any other question, if we have anybody with a question, or perhaps you want to give your air your view, you can indicate by raising up your hands, and we will give you the opportunity to be able to air your views here on this meeting. Perhaps those of us who are joining very late, we are we have this meeting on record, and it will be on our YouTube channel as soon as this meeting is over. So if you want to see what transpired from the beginning, you can visit our YouTube channel thereafter so that you can have the entire update from the beginning. Yes, and so Dixon Kemu from Bond County, you can unmute your mic now. Let's see if your connectivity is a bit okay, so that you can give us an update from your end. Okay, it looks like Mr. Dixon is still having some connectivity issues uh, down there. Okay, let me get updates from some of our leaders from Nigeria, and also from Sierra Leone. We are only having Mohammed Sensei always joining the meeting. Yes, let me start with one of the humanitarian administrators, Benjamin Elams. You can unmute your mic, Benjamin. What is happening in your location in Yola, and how is the migration momentum going on?
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, good evening.
Uh, the migration is going fine, though we are having network issues because if you want to do transfers now, it sometimes in some locations you cannot even do transfers. You
Yes.
will try and your app or the this will be giving you error messages. So even
Okay.
the transfer is having problem. And if you have problem in with your bank, even to access the bank now is another problem. Like
Wow.
on, I think yesterday I was in Yola. I have issues about transaction to access the bank. Even the security did not even open the gate. He said they don't have network. We said to open the gate so that we can go inside and
And make
sit
a
or
complaint.
make our complaint. They did. I stood there for more than 30 minutes. Look at crowd. I had to just go back. So we are having issues with not just getting cash. We are having issues even accessing the bank if you have problems. And your transfer is still going, but we are praying that after the elections there will be enough cash flow and all these problems will reduce and the migration processes will continue too. That is what is delaying some. For some, we have some do the transaction, but there's no way to do them for now. But after the elections, we pray that there will be enough supply of money and we will bounce back to our full force again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin Elams, one of the administrators from Yola. Uh, we are also experiencing some challenges, especially those of you who sent in your gas fee payment between the first and the second week of February. Some of you did POS transactions, but it is yet to reflect and try and be able to check through your email if there is any query message from the admin, because there is this issue with the banking network in Nigeria that sometimes when you do a bank transfer, it bounces back. Even when it is showing you that the transaction is done, it later bounce back and reverse. And so all of these challenges also are contributed to this particular bulk movement delay. And so, like I stated again from the beginning, we are having people who have made payment specifically from the Liberian region. We have people from Grand Bassa who have made payment about 20 to 30%. Up till now, you have not submitted your details. You have made payment to one of the officials but did not submit your migration details. And so your migration process is not completed. You need to submit your details. And so you are the one delaying the bulk migration. And so those also who have submitted multiple details to the admin. There are people from, I think we have about 7 cases from Nigeria to be specific, who have used one different POS proof of payment to submit multiple migration details to the admin. And so those people also received query emails from the admin directly. Kindly reply those query emails. And I want to use this opportunity to call on our administrators. Be very careful with the way you submit these migration details, because every transaction you do has a reference identification number. And so through that reference ID, whether you do a POS transaction or a bank transfer or a mobile app transfer, that reference identity is there. And so the admin will checkmate the reference ID, will go by the reference ID on the account statement based on the transaction and also the date that that transaction is carried out. And so this kind of fraudulent smartness is what is delaying the whole system from moving the bulk migrations, because some people are submitting multiple details using one different payment evidence or payment proof, which is very wrong. And so I am using this opportunity to call on the administrators, and especially those who are helping so many other people, to help migrate them. Always take note of the payment of evidence that you are submitting. I will advise, if you are using POS, just like how one of our administrators from Kaduna State usually do, write the person's name on the POS payment proof, the person you are trying to migrate, and indicate the person's name on the payment proof. I think that will go a long way to help you identify the ones that you have already done and the ones that are yet to be done. And so I try to make the admin understand that maybe probably it could be a mistake, and so we don't want to see this happening over and over again. And so if it is a mistake, you should receive a query email to rectify that mistake. And so let us be careful when uploading proof of payments to send our details. so that we will not upload one single proof of payment on multiple uh, uh, migration details. It will attract suspension of all those accounts that were submitted with that one proof of payment. And so let us take note of this, and it will help us to be able to reduce the workload and also help the process to be very fast. And so I would also like to hear from, okay, one of our humanitarians also is in the house, Daddy Joshua Makamatakar. Let me give you an opportunity to come in and also give us an update from your end this evening or at the moment. What is going on with the migration process and how is the response? You can unmute your mic, sir, and come in very briefly. Okay. Yes. All right. You
Hello.
can.
Uh, Good evening,
Yes. Good evening.
everyone.
Good evening, sir. You're welcome.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm in a meeting with other people, so I will not have time to give the update now till next week.
All right. All right. No problem. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes.
much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Executive. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I also want to very quickly give an opportunity. I want to identify regions where migration has been active, and so Mr. Hosea Didan from Kaduna State, you can unmute your mic and also give us an update. What is happening in your region, as your state coordinator has not been attending this meeting? Tell us what is happening on your region.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you are welcome. Very briefly.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everybody in the house.
Yes.
Actually, just like you have said, the issue of this currency swap is giving us a lot of concern, and coupled with the election that is going to take place tomorrow. But I can assure you, I've been talking to a lot of people that are supposed to do the migration. And there are some of the people I am supposed to collect lists from them, just the way you said in our past meeting. And still up to now, I did not receive any, message from them concerning the list. So day before yesterday, even the ambassador sent a list of people that want to sponsor humanitarian, about 20 of them. So
Yes.
that's the work I am doing currently.
Okay.
And I think this is the update I think I can give for now. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. We are actually having more sponsors for migration, and people. I think our trip to Yola has triggered a lot of sponsors coming out from that region, and so it's helping this process to move very faster. And so those of you who also want to migrate other people and also get a benefit out of it, you can contact the leader in your region for that detailed information in order to be able to help other people to migrate, if you can, so that we can have this process fast tracked in order to have the exchange open. And so these are some of the challenges that we have been facing throughout this period. And so I want to use this opportunity to assure everyone in the house that as soon as all of these issues are resolved, you will automatically receive a mail from the exchange that you are migrated. Yes. And so let us all be calm, and also let us continue to also engage more other people who are yet to do that migration. Let them have that migration done so that we can have this particular exchange open as soon as possible. And so I don't have any question on the comment section, and neither am I seeing any hands on raised up on the admin section for any contribution. And so I would like to, okay, we are represented from Sierra Leone and also one person only. I don't think other leaders understands or understood what is happening right now. And so we will take this opportunity to reach out to as many people. You can share this update, but you can share the links to our users or our members who have not been part of this meeting so they can follow up with the updates. And also, Ben, I would like to send you a message to the administrator for Bishop Japhet, our mommy in the house. She has about 25 persons yet to submit their migration, but their payments are already been made since I think around December. And so I hope I was thinking she will be in the house this evening so that I can hear directly from her. And so ensure to let her know that we need those details submitted to the admin as soon as possible. So making payment is not just enough. Also submit details so that you can be migrated. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So try to reach out to Bishop Japheth's administrators. Let them try and submit those migration details. Their payments were received and also confirmed, but they have not yet submitted their details for migration. Thank you so much. Yes, Mohammed from Sierra Leone. Mohammed, you can unmute your mic. You are raising up your hand, Mr. Sensei from Sierra Leone. You can unmute your mic if you can hear me. I think Liberia and Sierra Leone are facing the same regional network issues. Yes, Mr. Mohammed
Yeah, hello,
Sensei,
sir.
yes, you can unmute your mic. Come in very quickly. We are wrapping up.
Yeah, hello, hello,
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Mohammed. Come in very quickly as we are trying to wrap it up.
hello. Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have an issue. Really, I want to migrate, but I still with a bank account for a means to deposit my gas fees. But as you speak up to now. Secondly, you promise. You also asked me to talk with Mr. Richard in connection with the names of those that paid their cash. But as you speak, there's no way. He even asked me to get back to you, but since then I didn't get any response from both of you.
You want to do your migration first. That is your concern, right? Let me
Yes, sir.
address your first concern. I strongly believe you know how to do BNB purchase on Binance. From the conversation I had with you previously, you look like someone who knows about. Can you be able to do P2P transaction on Binance? Do you know how to do P2P transaction on Binance? You can unmute your mic, Mr. Sensei. Mohammed, if you can hear me, kindly unmute your mic back. Can you do
The line is
P2P?
extremely the line is the line is extremely poor.
Okay,
You're
yes, I
completely
know the
broken.
connectivity, network connectivity is poor. Do you know how to do peer-to-peer
Mm,
transaction on Binance Exchange?
the network.
All right.
Hello.
I will send you send me a message on WhatsApp so that I can guide you through what you will need to do to get the 0.02 BNB. Just send me a message after the meeting and I will respond to you. I think you can connect your Binance exchange. I don't know if there is Leon's on the Binance exchange, but there are other several African currencies on the Binance exchange that you can easily use your local currency to do P2P and get your 0.02 BNB on the Binance exchange in order to submit for your migration. And so that is also a different thing entirely. So for people in Sierra Leone, we are not yet in Sierra Leone. Mr. Mohammed, the director for administration is still going round across Liberia and also other regions to be able to educate the coordinators about the migration process. Very soon, once he is done, he will come into Sierra Leone, and uh, you are going to also be able to have the tutorials, but I strongly believe you should be able to migrate yourself from the video tutorials that were sent to you. So try as much as possible to be able to engage others, even without the director for administration being in Sierra Leone at the moment. And so that is that for tonight. I think this is the much we can take. We have a lot of people engaged, especially from Nigeria, with the issue of elections. And so we are not going to stay for too long for tonight's meeting. And I strongly believe that by next week, Friday, we should be able to resolve all of those queries. Please kindly go on your email. If you have any query from the admin, do me a favor and reply that query as soon as possible so that we can clear all the errors and have the bulk migrations done as soon as possible. And so this is the much we can take for tonight. I want to appreciate all of you who took time to come on board. We will not get tired. We will continue to create more awareness and also educate all our community on the importance of having ourselves migrated into the exchange. And so let us be patient with other peoples. I know that we have a lot of people, especially from Nigeria, who have done their migration but are still asking this question: when is the bulk migration going to take place? We are resolving so many errors before we can have the bulk migration take place. And so let us all be patient. That particular bulk migration will take place as soon as possible. And so, on behalf of the entire leadership and also my African directors and also coordinators, I want to thank everyone for coming on board tonight and also being a part of this meeting. Kindly do us a favor by sharing these update tutorial and also update video on our YouTube channel to all those users and also members of IWC who are not here tonight. And try to subscribe also to our YouTube channel so that whenever we upload anything, we don't have to share it on the group chat. You will automatically receive a notification by YouTube telling you that a new video or a new update was uploaded on the Incredible World Coin YouTube channel. And so I want to thank you all for taking your time to attend this meeting. And I am also encouraging all of us to become ambassadors for IWC by creating more awareness about the migration process. Thank you so much and have a good night, everyone. Thank you.